Welcome to the future home of our home. So this right here is 2 acres that we plan to build our home on, and we bought it for $50,000, which in our area is kind of a ridiculously good price. The area is kind of a B- neighborhood, and we kind of lucked out that we now know all the neighbors and we're very happy with this street. So we're going to build a very modest 1,000 square foot house. We've already got the plans and site plan sealed by the engineer, and so I just wanted to give you the first shot of this place, where we're going to have quite a few videos coming up. Kind of laid out with some string here where we're going to put the house. So this is the main house here. This is the garage over here. And there's a bunch of trash that I've been collecting off the property. A little skid steer that I bought at auction that I'm going to sell and buy something bigger. And you might have noticed as we pulled up this enormous pile of dirt, which unfortunately I can't really discuss except to say that I have a friend in the site work business and that it was very reasonable for us to get all this dirt here. This is a pretty low-lying property. That's an issue with a lot of the property that's left in Florida, is if it hasn't been built on, there's usually a reason. And the reason why this property was so cheap is because it is both in a less than desirable neighborhood, but it also is somewhat low-lying. We'd need to bring up the whole property. We have about 4,500 yards of dirt to work with, and I brought all this in. I actually learned to run a bulldozer, who I also borrowed from my friend who has that site work company, and pushed all this in here myself. So we've done a little bit of clearing. Obviously, there's still a lot of trees everywhere, but it's kind of a gray area whether I could have done this much clearing. Technically, you can clear any pepper trees you want, which are those ones down there. Actually, that one, technically I shouldn't have, except that less than 4 inches you can. I'm not going to incriminate myself here. But once you have a building permit here in my county, you basically have free reign to clear whatever land you need. And so I'm just waiting on the permits to actually start getting this cleaned up, because I didn't want it to look like I was hiding anything. If someone did come out, I didn't want a bunch of mulch piles and them to say, well, what did you cut down? I wanted to show them. Coming towards the back of the property, it's long and skinny, so it's like 565 feet long but only 168 foot wide. But to our backside here is another acre, which from the story I've heard on the street is it's unbuildable completely. Like, in fact, there was a lawsuit about it or something, and the people who bought it got their money back. I don't know the full story on that. I want to buy it just so we protect ourselves. Behind that is an airport preservation area. It's not part of the airport, but I'm assuming for wetland mitigation or something, bought that. To this side is another 4.5 acres, which I am hoping to purchase someday. I want to get in touch with the owners. And then we have a county easement on that side. The idea is to build as small of a house as we can reasonably live in for as cheap as possible. I'm going to do every single bit of it myself, and then make sure we like living out here, kind of get the lay of the land. And then if we do like it out here, that would become the mother-in-law suite, and we'd eventually build something bigger. But for now, we're just kind of playing a waiting game while we wait for our permits. I literally plan to do everything. I'm going to put my own septic in. I'm going to do my own HVAC. In my county, as an owner builder, you can do everything, electrical, plumbing, except gas, but there's no natural gas out here, so that's not an issue. We'd like to build it mortgage-free as well, and we're pretty close to being able to do it. There's a chance, not a chance. I'm going to leave the lot loan on it. There's still a $40,000 loan on the land. I'm gonna leave that in place so we have that cash reserve for when we inevitably run out of money building the house, and then we'll just have a small mortgage, but we're gonna call it semi-mortgage free for now. Maybe one more pan around. And that's what we've been up to. Oh, and cars. So last year I sold 27 cars, and I've really kind of been enjoying that because it's very flexible. You go to the auction if you want to go that day. I don't have a website, don't have business cards, so I have everything on Craigslist, and it's just, even if I don't want to show a car, I can just schedule when I want to show a car to someone. So it's a very flexible kind of side hustle. I haven't made money on every car, but I have not lost money on a single car yet, so it's been working out well. I'll continue to do those here and there, probably not so much this year, because I bet it'll take me the full 6 or 8 months of every day working to build this house, but hopefully we'll save around $75,000 in the process. Now that you've been updated, we can start making videos again. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.